Hello, good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're joining us from. Welcome to Painty, the miniature painting live stream program by Resident Evil fans for Resident Evil fan. That Resident Evil fan today is Choji. Good morning, Cho. And as always, joining me today on the program is my constant companion, my boon brother, cherished and beloved sibling,
Boon
moistest
brother.
and damptest of
Okay,
avian
it's too many
fellows.
titles.
Okay,
It's
cool.
too many.
Hi, James. How are you
Yeah,
doing?
I am a
I know.
humble
I know you have
person.
a bunch, and I know you're very humble about your position. But I just feel like you deserve. I mean, your family worked hard to put you where you're at.
Ah, only you knew.
um, but yeah. So you'll notice that this is not a Kuliyaku. I do have a Kuliyaku, but whenever I'm priming a project, I always like to grab a couple different things, so that way I can get the impulse to paint something, and I don't have to. I don't have to worry about it. If that makes sense.
Come on, YouTube. Let me grab the fucking thing. There we go. Doesn't let me grab the chat window.
No.
Live. Oh man. My belly's like doing somersaults today.
Is it? Got the old
Don't know if I
QC.
don't know if I well, I've not been eating anything differently, so I mean I had those donuts yesterday, that might be it.
Yeah, it's you inject you. You've been like refined sugar free for half a year, if not more,
Yeah.
and then you
But
go ahead and
now I'm like sugar free temporary. Like I'm like it's I don't have a lot of sugar, but yesterday I had a lot of sugar. So
yeah.
yeah. Hey, roll time.
Rule time. Welcome.
Good to see you.
If I sound weird, it's because I'm wearing a mask. As you can see, I'm airbrushing today.
If burger sounds weird, it's because they are.
Hey, hey, says the weirdo.
You're such a weirdo.
It's would you say that it is weird?
Weird.
Weird.
It is weird.
I I definitely want to do another one of those Alan Wake like
Streams.
commentary streams.
Well, we got Alan Wake 2 coming out, so.
Yeah.
Roll time. I've been appreciating your kitten pictures on Twitter. I won't be able to get to see them anymore, but I've been appreciating them all the same.
Damn. That's right. You only look at us free Twitter users only get to look at 100 free Twitter posts. God's forbid.
He extended it by 200 tweets.
Oh shit! It's all they can
Yeah, I know.
afford.
He's giving.
He's giving. It's one of those things too, where it's like he's such an asshole that nobody even wants to work with him. So he's like,
No. Like that's the thing with him, right? It's like, I think everybody can understand why he's doing it, right? And
right.
there is some validity to what he's doing, but it's literally, he never made his bed,
Yeah.
Like he didn't do the preparation, he didn't do the due diligence, so whatever is coming is deserved for him. Like we can do without social media, but he can't do without $42 billion.
Fuck.
Got him. Fucking dunked on that billionaire. Yeah, you're running out of tweets to read. Exactly. I've already had about 7 tweets today, so I'm gonna turn my Twitter off.
Oh shit.
Yeah, before I've been using Twitter much less. In fact, I've just before the stream, I've just set up my Tumblr account, and I've never really used Tumblr before, so that'll be a new adventure.
I bet Yahoo is like, God, I wish we hadn't sold Tumblr when we did. Who'd have thought that Twitter was gonna implode?
No one would have guessed that, would they? Like, Twitter was such a mainstay. Yeah, wild. Eat the rich, exactly.
Eat the
fucking
rich. How are y'all doing today? In chat. If y'all don't recognize this project I'm working on priming right now, this is the lady Maria Renard from Castlevania Symphony of the Night for a statue that I've been working on in my off time. I hadn't been working on it a bunch lately. I got mental health and stuff is a challenge, so I don't need that part to be super bright. But I also want my colors on this to really pop out. The secret to my methodology here is doing this process, and I'll get free shading just by virtue of the fact that how it's lit and how it's going to appear on my shelf will be a certain way. It is free real estate, as James just pointed out. Accurately pointed out, I'll say. It is free real estate.
I apologize if you guys see my gross finger today, but I need it to be open to the air so it heals better. Rubber my thumb. A little bit of Bryan Adams on the Spotify.
Got my first real 6-string. Bought it at the 5 and played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69. Come on, James.
Of the woods, because I'm really bad at lyrics.
Those were the best days of my life.
That's little Harvey. He's grown up quick. Yeah, yes. Nice. I always appreciate pets on my feed.
I found a picture today of Cersei that's like, this is my cat's dating profile pic.
I learned something recently.
What's that?
That has concerned me, and it's been a part of English culture for a long time, and I didn't know.
What's that?
And that is meat raffles.
Yeah. We were talking about meat raffles the other day.
We were talking about it yesterday, just before the D&D game.
Yeah.
And yeah, a friend of mine was talking. She says to me, "I'm going to the pub tonight."
They're gonna get us in some of that meat raffle action.
Well, she didn't know that there was a meat raffle. She went there because they were doing a cool like bingo quiz kind of thing, where you have like a 9x9 square, and basically if you get like bingo, like a line, across, then you get quiz bingo.
You get a bingo. Yeah.
Yeah, and but yeah, they also had a lady there who was hosting a meat raffle. Which I think is the most dystopian shit.
And there's this lady going to consolidate meat.
I just found it so funny, and I forgot that my friend was a vegan. I went, "Did you win any meats?" She went, "No, I forgo the meats as I'm a vegan." And I went, "Shit, I forgot."
Right?
It was the joke.
What a terrible.
I love using the plural meats because it sounds funny. But yeah, I just found it really funny and dystopian, but it's been a thing in English culture for a very long time.
Likely since World War II. Likely since there was the first group of old ladies who were like, "Oh, well, I need to do something for austerity."
Probably mostly just spam as well. But
yeah, I do like cans. Spam.
If you win this raffle, you get 5 tins of spam. Who's putting their money in? Come on, 1 shilling.
It's meat.
Yeah.
That was its original slogan. It's
barely,
meat.
But yeah, it's close. My
It's
nana,
food.
my nana grew up in that era, and she was also a spam lover. So we used to have a lot of
Hmm.
spam dinners. Just,
I do like
I like
spam,
spam.
right?
Yeah, spam is like it's nice. It's it's meat, so it's alternative. It's there.
Spam crawl
Um,
comes up across the bottom of the stream. It's meat.
it's me. Yeah. Makes me
Ha-
wonder if there's going to be a competitor to Twitter at some point. Everyone will migrate over
I
there. Maybe.
mean,
I don't think.
I think Reddit was making a play for it, but they were really assholes about it
Yeah.
and pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I think. I think social media's. Um, I think you can't start a brand new social media now. I think you have to build another social media up from something else, right? So, yeah, Twitter is so unique though in the way it is, and that's why I like Twitter. Because it was quick, it was concise. I didn't spend much time on it. Like I really don't. I'm not a doom scroller on Twitter, like I was on Facebook when I used to use that. Um, but yeah, now all that's kind of going into the shitter. If this goes on for another day, like I know we've been saying it for months now, but this could be the end of Twitter as we know it. It will turn into something else because it's too big to fail.
Yeah,
But
like it'll be around for. It'll just become True Social. It'll be the new conservative.
yeah, it'll be GeoCities.
Yeah,
Remember
I do remember GeoCities.
that?
It's because it's all the old people knew. It's the front page of the internet. It's where they congregated with their hatred.
Go to the same place ICQ did.
I remember ICQ.
I loved ICQ so much back in the day.
Give me random fucking numbers instead of a username.
Yeah. Also, I loved MSN as well.
Yeah.
Like, MSN was fun.
It was AOL chat rooms for me. That's how I met
Oh
my
yeah,
spouse.
same.
Yeah.
Yahoo chat rooms too. They were fun. I used to go into a pirate roleplay one all the time. My name was Captain Cash.
Captain Cash.
Yeah.
I went into video game chats a lot of times. Oh,
Are
so
you
I was a big fan of
still in T
Castlevania.
now? I can tell that laugh is that's a T laugh.
Do you want to guess what my innocent brain picked as one of my first screen names on the internet?
I don't even want to guess. You have to tell me.
So again, I'm a fan of Castlevania. And yes, I do. I think more people will start leaving. It'll become mainstream. And it'll be like, oh, we can't not leave Twitter now. Everybody else is doing it. We just want to be those assholes that are still on Twitter?
It'll just be the assholes who have their fucking verified marker
Right.
that we
Right,
left
right,
on
right,
there.
right.
So as you said
Listen,
earlier,
I
just
could
turned
spend
into
$8 a month on Twitter or $6 a month on Dropout TV, and that provides me with hours of entertainment weekly.
right. Not saying, by the way, that everybody has verified markers an asshole, because you're not all assholes, but
Right.
most of them are.
If
like
you
the
weren't an
ACAT
asshole,
thing.
you probably find better things to spend $8 on. I actually think it's more than $8 now, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because it changes, every week.
Based on usage.
We all need. All we need is the villain from Mad Max Fury Road who controlled the water. Yeah, God, what's his name? Fuck.
Ponderosa?
I was just watching it. Huh?
No, it was Furiosa.
No, the guy with the mask on who
Yeah, I
turns
don't
the
remember.
water on. Oh, I was watching a documentary of Mad Max Fury Road a couple of days ago.
Good movie.
It really is. But that movie went through so much shit,
It did.
like, to get made. Like, and I when I watched this documentary, I was like, wow, I liked the movie before, but now I like it even better. Like, just because of the history it had. You guys think people start leaving Twitter more and more?
I did. Yeah, I responded to that already. I do think people will leave Twitter.
Yeah, I think this is the final straw of all time. Because once you start messing with people's view time,
Like they'll just go somewhere else.
yeah, like
The second something's an inconvenience, like you'll have people who like the fanboys that think that senpai will notice them one day and give them $1 million.
right, yeah,
Um, who
definitely,
will like
but
apologists. You'll have the conservative people who will hail him as the last standing bastion of free speech on the internet, and they'll stick with him. And then everybody else, he'll just go somewhere else on the internet.
and I'm not going back to Facebook, so I think I'm just kind of seeing my choices right now, and I
Right.
think
I
some
mean,
of them might be it.
I was gonna say Discord's the one that I'm on.
Yeah, Discord is a great social media site or client, because it kind of has the same feel as the old forums did, where it's very you can I can't think of the word right now, but you can basically cater like your experience on there.
Oh yeah.
To
And the
what
bots. The
to what
bots
you
are
want.
cool, and the APIs are affordable.
Yeah, other than Avray. Did you hear about that?
What happened to Avray?
Um, so the people that created Avray,
Yeah.
um, they were like employed by Wizards of the Coast to make Avray. For those that don't know, it's a D&D bot
Bot.
for
Yeah.
Discord. You can like make characters. It's really cool.
It's neat.
But yeah, Wizards of the Coast sacked all those people and then gave the development of it over to a cheaper team
Wow. Well, it sounds
in
like I'm not using
Poland.
Avray to run D&D anymore.
Yeah, same. I stopped using it a while ago because it started going a bit fucky, and I assumed it was because of something like this happening. Can't beat good old brains though. Comes
I had
to.
fun at D&D yesterday.
I'm glad you did. You sound like you were having fun.
I hope everybody else was still also having fun.
Yeah.
What's that?
I got no messages that they weren't. So you guys better have fucking had fun.
Well,
Or
like,
else.
so I know that the others are like very into the combat. So I'm glad that we'll have an episode where that's unavoidable.
Well, I like so that's why I build the games how I do, because like I think everybody role played very well yesterday.
Yeah, and
Like
I
they
tried
did
to
great.
pull everybody in too.
Yeah. Like they did great with that. And it's not because as you say, like one shots typically they have combat. I've only had like a couple of one shots where there's not been combat at all. So it's quite common. But it was nice that I did predict there wasn't going to be much combat in this one, and again I keep mentioning this, but I really wanted these sessions to be very chill and slow and methodical, and you
Yeah.
guys were definitely doing that. We need the guitar dude.
I was just playing it to my character, James. I was just doing what my character would do. I'm just doing what my character would do. I'm just doing what my character would do.
I'm fucking triggered.
That's all I was doing. I was just playing my character. That's it, James.
I'm
God,
so triggered
James.
right now.
God,
Jesus
James.
Christ.
God. People tell you to roleplay, and then you just be like, I'm just playing my character, and they lose their minds.
That water villain comment was, oh, it was about the meat bingo. It's funny though that it works, for that analogy works for multiple things. But yes.
All right. So here is the top. You'll notice that I left some shading on her. And this is so that when I do paint her, there'll be some free shading.
You're free shading.
God, I wish. So there's some artifacting, but what can you do?
Oh, so rule time. That guitar dude, right? That was because so much was cut from Mad Max Fury Road, right? They had big considerations. Well, the people who owned them at the time had big considerations that they were going to just remove the guitar dude. And it's like he was such a key point
Like
When people
he's
think of Mad Max Fury Road, they
like
think
yeah,
of Guitar
they
Dude.
remember Guitar Guy. That's
Yeah.
I mean that's to that point. My let me take off my mask now. Um,
But
my
absolutely.
favorite scene in a Jim Carrey movie is a deleted scene from Ace Ventura, the Pet Detective. And it's funny because I didn't know it was a deleted scene because
Oh, okay.
I hadn't seen it in the theaters.
Yeah.
Um, but there's a scene that only makes it into like the TV cut of, or I think it's in further cuts of the movie, but it came out when it was for like the TV cut. But he jumps into the shark. Have you seen Ace Ventura: Pet Detective?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the dolphin goes missing, and he jumps into the dolphin tank,
Yeah.
and then somebody's like questioning him. He goes, "I am Heinz Kitzmelwatz. I am trainer of dolphins. You want to talk to Snowflake? You talk to me. To change the dolphin, you must sink like the dolphin." And he goes, I got. And he gets up on the tail and goes, "Ee." You can quote him. And I gotta tell you, that scene, every time, it just, oh my goodness, it's so funny. But wasn't in the original. Because I was watching, like, it was on like HBO or something. I was on like a streaming service at one point, and I was like literally watching it for that scene, and it wasn't part of that version of
Oh
Ace Ventura I was
no.
watching.
And you were like excited,
I
and
was
it just didn't
fucking
come.
gutted. I just watched half a movie. Basically, I just watched a half a movie.
Ah.
Ah, I know. Oh, everybody.
Oh, but didn't get
Oh,
their Ace Ventura.
didn't get my Ace Ventura memes.
No,
Um,
is there because I have one. Like, are there scenes from movies that you're glad that they deleted?
um,
Because there's
none that I can think about. Like, if we were talking about a specific movie with like deleted scenes, like, because there's so many cuts of movies now that it's hard to tell which is a deleted scene from what.
true. Yeah. Mine is so the Hobbit trilogy.
Yeah.
Um, there are a lot of scenes in the Hobbit trilogy that are complete trash.
Yeah,
That
like
were deleted and
most of the
removed.
second and third movies.
No, but you know when they meet Bjorn?
I don't even remember Bjorn. Which one's Bjorn?
He's the shapeshifter. They barely spent any time on him, and they meet the giant dude who can shapeshift into stuff, and he beekeeps.
In the movies?
Yeah,
I
I think it's in the third one.
oh I didn't I never saw the third one.
Oh, okay. Well,
The second one was really bad, and then my friends moved away, so we just never got back to
uh,
watching the movies.
yeah. Well, there's a deleted scene where it's so awkward. You see that Sir Ian McKellen, the class act that he is trying to pull this scene together, and it's when Bjorn is introduced to all the dwarves, and it's so fucking painful to watch. It's so bad. And like I've been seeing like videos of it recently, and like I've seen people in the comments saying, "Why wasn't this in the movie?" I mean, are you watching the same thing I am?
I gotta tell you, one of my the reason that I stopped, I didn't watch that third one too, is I remember seeing a video of like, or an article, um,
Yeah. Thanks.
sorry, I'm just reading Choji's. Won't believe how
All
lost
right.
I was. What does he say in the movie? Does he say anything when he stands up? I don't remember. Um, but sorry, James, I got distracted. What were we talking about?
Oh, the third movie, and you not
Oh,
seeing it?
so yeah, the reason I didn't see it was there was an article I read about Ian McClellan who like broke down crying because of a scene that they were filming where he was like sitting alone. It was one of the scenes in Bilbo's home where there's all the dwarves like doing dwarf like chicanery, and
Oh
there's
yeah,
Gandalf who's there.
the musical number.
Yeah, and so like
Yeah.
Ian McClellan recorded that whole scene alone in a sound studio in a green screen room, and he like was like, "This isn't why I became an actor," and was very upset. So you know what? That's fucking fair. That's valid, Ian.
Yeah. I feel sorry for Pete as well,
Who?
like Peter Jackson,
Yeah.
because he was like, you look into like the BTS of that as well. Like, whereas with Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson was given a lot of free time, like, and so was the crew to create what the masterpiece that is the Lord of the Rings,
Right.
right? The Hobbit is not that.
Right. It was definitely
Like,
made under deadlines, and he didn't have
yeah,
like. Well, I mean that's the problem when you have some of the best movies ever made as a scrappy filmmaker, um, and then you like. Sorry, I'm just looking for a different. There is these ones.
when I just want to know when big corpo companies are gonna finally figure out that people need time
When we start burning
for.
down buildings is the
Yeah,
answer to that question almost always.
I'll fucking do it.
All right,
I'll
I'm
burn down a
cleaning up my
building.
airbrush as well.
Who's gonna join me in burning up down buildings? You guys gonna join me?
I would, given the
You
opportunity
listening,
to.
FBI? Sorry, MI6.
MI6. I mean, no, I'm here, so we'd have. I bet my FBI agent and your MI6 agent are like in a private group chat right now.
Yeah, we've got our own personal. Each one of us has got our own personal agent.
And they have a group chat being like, "Oh, look at these two assholes today."
Can you imagine though? God, what they go through every day.
I mean,
Like dealing with our shit. Like yeah.
I don't get
Like,
into that much bullshit on the internet. I'm generally pretty tame.
oh, I mean, it's not just the internet though.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's the
fair.
trackers in your house.
They do track my house usage.
Yeah.
But I'm also
Yeah, for
like
when
pretty chill about being here. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going out and I'm being an asshole.
I'm an asshole all the time. Like king asshole right here. It's me. Speaking of, you won't believe how lost I was. I think I remember hearing that.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I believe in the movie it cuts away when he pops out. Yeah. It's the mirror. Look, Billy, it's the miracle of life.
Excuse me. God, we're never gonna get movies like that again, are we?
No,
Like,
no.
that was such
The
a
era
golden
of
time
film
for
is
comedy.
past. I mean, objectively speaking, there's some objection. Like, there's some problematic. More than some. There's quite a bit of problematic material.
Oh yeah,
From that
for
era.
sure.
Like, really, we should endeavor to be less that
Right, racist,
as well, and also like
ableist.
ableist, and also like you get what I'm putting
Sexist.
down here, yeah, like
Like there's a lot of things those movies did badly, but they're like a show of the time.
right,
At the time, which is unfortunate. I heard an interesting take recently
which was
that I agreed with when it came to movies these days. So you're constantly going to hear this, and I remember you remember our parents or like our guardians.
yeah,
They would say things aren't how they were when it comes to media like music and films
yeah,
and
and
stuff.
sometimes that's really cool,
Yeah, and like there is a lot of movies that come out now that are pretty good. Like I think personally, we have a pretty good level quality of movies at the moment.
right,
However, a lot of people don't disagree with that, right? But someone took that and their take was basically taking in my point of view and these other point of views. The reason why, like, you have these people right now who are saying like nothing's like a blockbuster anymore, nothing's like a record breaking anymore, nothing is and that's because everything is a blockbuster,
right, because right,
and so like the
it's
majority of films you see in cinemas are trying to be a blockbuster, which means there isn't any standouts.
right. I like movies that are, I mean, I might probably go see Dune 2 in an IMAX or
Oh,
something
I am
because,
definitely going to do
especially
that.
since I can't watch it at home with you.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
could watch it home with you, I would.
If when it comes out, because it's going to come out on HBO Max at
Right.
some point,
And
we'll watch it together.
right, we can do that tradition. But like getting to watch it and then like I don't know, like I fucking like just flabbergasted after that movie. Like,
Yeah.
your brain's on fucking fire.
Yeah, your brain's almost like feeling like it's healing from all of the crazy shit that's happened. You know,
Yeah,
it was
such a
great.
good movie.
Even though it was a slow movie, right? It was. I just feel like I was peeled to the. You couldn't peel my eyes from the screen of every scene. It felt like an art movie at the same time, like an more artsy movie. So now Twitter isn't letting me tweet out at all. It keeps saying this request looks like it might be automated to protect our users from spam and other. Oh, geez, rule time. Oh, geez.
It's funny because like this is really fucking up a lot. Like, here's the thing: is the one thing that this will stop is a lot of the bots.
It will. Yeah.
It certainly will stop bots.
It will stop AI stuff too,
Yeah.
because their whole thing is reading millions of tweets a day, and now they can't do that. Even if you paid for your
And that's
verified
what's crazy about that too is these AI companies are developing these models, and it's like, okay, so what happens when you take away the internet?
Yeah. Oh, I know. Roll time. Do you schedule your tweets? Because that might be why. It might be seeing your scheduled tweets as automated, which I think is really fucking dumb.
Like, why have it as a feature if you're not going to
Yeah.
let people use it?
Because it might. So your active pressing of the tweet button, for instance, will be seen as you manually tweeting, whereas when you schedule, it isn't done through that. So it might be seeing that as normal. And to be honest, Elon is a dumbass motherfucker, and so his crew. Right, so that's probably the case.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, you don't have schedule tweets. Okay, then ignore me. To quote Syndrome from The Incredibles, "When everyone is super, no one will be." Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Syndrome has some good ideas.
Listen, Syndrome has some good ideas, guys.
Listen.
Same as Lilith.
Lilith also. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Lilith's mother. You can't argue against her.
Mummy is infallible. It's like, oh, Mummy. Oh, please, Mummy. Free me from the eternal shackles of tyranny,
Mummy.
Mummy.
Across the face if you called her Mummy.
Oh no, Mummy.
Oh, jeez. I can just see a look on her face now. I'm going to tell her. I'm going to tell Mother.
You go tell Mummy. Mummy. Mummy will see to it that... Oh, Mummy. Thank you, Mummy. After stream today, I want to watch the new episode of Make Some Noise with You.
Okay.
I think you'd think it's very funny.
I'm down for laughs.
People can join in the Discord if they would also like to watch an episode of my favorite television program with James and I. It is quite funny.
I'm sorry if I distract with my laughing, but I tend to.
It's true. It's true.
I talk
We
a
will
lot.
laugh. If you don't like watching TV with watching a comedy show and the sound of laughter, then don't come. Otherwise, welcome to show up. But you have to understand that we're gonna be laughing.
Yeah.
This is a 30-minute shitposting thread. Is what we're walking into here.
Oh, you just reminded me actually. So speaking of comedy, there's a comedian who I've been following on TikTok recently who's so fucking funny, and his crowd work is like second to none. Like, his name's Nate Jackson.
I've seen some
Right.
Nate Jackson videos.
Have you? Is he funny? Isn't
He's
he?
very funny.
Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I can't get over how funny he is.
It's like him and the Scottish guy are making the rounds right now.
He's a Scottish guy.
God, I don't know his name. He's a ginger Scotsman. You see, he's been in memes lately about just being a decent human being. He has a bit about picking on trans people.
Okay. Oh wait, I think I know who you're talking about.
If you said his name,
maybe.
I'd know it, but I don't. It's like
Oh,
he's
yeah, well, I
got
won't know.
Netflix.
Is he a short guy?
He's kind of tall. He's lanky.
Okay, it's not him then.
I'll find it. He's on Netflix. That one, and I also there's a female comedian I enjoy. Her name is Taylor Tomlinson.
Okay, I don't know. Don't know her either.
She's also got Netflix specials. All right, so now that the airbrush is cleaned and our models are primed, here is my Kulu. Let's get this in.
I won't spoil anything, guys, but I've finished the first part of Witcher.
The book?
No, the series.
Oh, season 1.
No, season 3, the first part of it, because it's done that Stranger Things thing where it's split up the.
Oh, that's
seasons into 2
lame.
parts.
Super duper
Yeah.
duper 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 lame. That's the lamest thing I can think of.
Do you know what's also lame? Where it actually fucking cut. I won't say where it is, but the fucking cut is so bad. Like, I was like, wait, is that it? Like, whereas the Stranger Things cut was actually pretty fucking dope, right? But they tried to do it with The Witcher. You can definitely see the writing is starting to fall apart with this show. Though Anya Charlotte, who plays Yennefer, is still an absolute queen.
Oh, I love her. She is wonderful.
No criticism of her. She's such a mother to I can't remember her name
Freya
now, but yeah, Freya. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, she's such a mother to her. I always like every time she's in an interview and Freya, sounds like they know each other so well that Freya looks like she's about to say something embarrassing, right? And Anya just looks at her like, "Oh no, it's okay. You don't need to." And then Freya just fucking says it anyway. She's yeah.
She is funny.
So maternal.
I want to see her do more stuff. I think she's a fun actress.
Who, Anya?
Both of them really, but I mean Freya specifically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Same. I want to see her. I want to see Anya. I want to see Joe Beatty, who plays Jaskier. Yeah, I think he is, and they've made a huge name for themselves from this show.
Yeah.
Like if they don't if this show ends badly, it doesn't matter because I think they'll watch these and their performances. I just wish
images.
Siri.
All right, so here we have for a Kulu in terms of imagery. So it's a pretty subtle colored bird. It's going to be sandy.
That's why I'm using Wraithbone for my skin color.
And a little shimmery.
It's also got some banding all down it, which is going to be fun to do. That's probably going to be the most interesting thing for me to do. So I think maybe watering down a contrast and doing it that way so it's got some transparency to it. I don't know what.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking that through right now myself. So finding contrast on this model is kind of a struggle. Like the beak obviously is a place that we can do contrast surrounded by the eyes. The eye is very bright and stark in comparison to the rest of it, but the whole model itself, it's gonna be
like the fight is very mid.
It's very mid. Yeah, not. You know what, James? Yes. That is how I feel about the Kulu. Oh, it's cool. You know, I guess we'll scoop up this Kulu. It's here. Though I do think it's dumb that it's the second monster. All right. So my first step here is not going to be the same as the one James took. I farted. Sorry.
You fought?
I did.
Yeah, was it a good one?
No, I mean it's fine.
Like out of 10, what would you give?
I mean, honestly, It's not 7. It wasn't bad.
7, a 7 out
Yeah.
of 10. That's pretty
Yeah, it's
good.
pretty good. Yeah, like it's.
And
I mean,
that, you
not
know,
bad.
that's an IGN good. You know.
That's an IGN good. Correct. Yes, it is. It was an IGN good. I didn't
Did
pay for
you
the upgrade.
did you read that article they made recently about why they always review games that are good?
Why?
Like it's like they like the lowest rating they goes down to, and I think it's mainly because of anxiety, because the 5 out of 7 thing that one time. But yeah, they only ever review if it's a bad game and it's got problems, right? But they see potential in it, they'll always put it down to a 7, unless it's something like Smeagol or Gollum. Sorry,
Or
in which case
it's
they
the
gave it
being
like a
bad is part of
3.
the meme.
Right, exactly. They needed to get in on that.
That studio quit making video games.
Jeez. Yeah, man, that was a bad game.
Yeah.
I don't normally, but was watching streams of people play that game, and it was painful
It did
watching them
not look
play.
good.
No. Yeah, it was bad. Anyone in chat get Gollum? If you did, I'm sorry.
Anybody watching Gollum? No? Nobody's playing Gollum?
Nobody playing Gollum? No one? Yeah.
Nobody? Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised Gollum sucked. But, cool. We got no, it's fine. You know what?
It's fine, yeah.
No, you
Yeah.
don't want to play Gollum anyway.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you're one of those people who, just likes things because they're bad. That's also valid.
Maybe you are, and that's okay. You know what? That's okay too. No judgment here.
Like those people who just really like ugly animals,
And people who like newborn babies.
Exactly.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think old people? You think people with ugly babies know that their babies are ugly?
So I think personally, so when newborn babies are born, if you're a parent of that baby, I think you go through some kind of chemical reaction in your mind that just completely blanks how ugly your fucking baby is.
Look at the baby. That like impulse.
That's an ugly baby. What are you talking about? You can't call her gorgeous. I don't understand. It's just a bag of meat right now.
It's just a bag of meat right now.
That I could sell in a raffle,
You could sell it in a raffle. What would you get for a bag of meat?
For a bag of meat that's like, between, 5 to 8 pounds average. I mean, that's a lot of meat. Like, that's about 30, 40 pounds of meat, right?
We're having pass next topic.
You asked the question.
I did. I went down a rabbit hole I didn't like, James. I went down a rabbit hole I didn't like.
Don't clip it, guys.
Don't clip it.
Clip it. Or
Don't
else
clip
Elon will cancel us and he'll give us only 400 tweets a day.
Don't clip it, but clip it. Don't clip it. Clip it. Don't clip it.
No, please. No, please.
Don't
Ben's
clip
over.
it.
No, please don't.
Don't
Please.
clip it.
Don't clip it.
Don't clip it.
He just reminded me of the. So you know what Megal is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. A funny thing I've been watching recently is somebody who just talks to people on Omega just randomly, and then he just talks to them like normal, asks them how their day is, and then randomly during the conversation he'll say "wake up." So he'd just be talking like that, "wake up," like this, and he would just keep saying "wake up" at the end of every sentence or in the middle of the sentence. "Wake up," he just keeps saying that, and he just fucks around with people, and then he'll have like a pre-recorded screen as well that he would just like have just a random person who would pop in. Like as if they just switched, their Omegle, like they got skipped.
That's so funny,
right? And then it goes back to him, and he goes, "Yeah, how do you feel about that?" Right? And then he goes back to the other guy. It's like so trippy.
That's fun.
See that's smart. Like I hate videos on YouTube, TikTok, short form video stuff that. It just looks so fucking fake, but that's a good form of content creation because no one's ever done that kind of stuff before. Like on something like
they did. Andy Kaufman did that shit. Like that was like his whole jam was fucking with people, like doing things that he thought was funny versus doing things that were like air quotes comedy. Y'all, I think I found the magic potion.
What'd you find?
Look at this Kulu base color that I just got. Check this shit out.
I can't see.
Bam. It's right here. This one. Look at that. Right here, this muddy mixture of delicious golden browns. That's it. That's it, everybody. That's gonna be the base. Mark my words. Actually, you know what? I might mix in a little bit more of this pink. Say I do need this light, but this is the right situation.
The right stuff.
This is it. This is where magic happens.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw it. It just popped up on the screen. So I'm like 30 seconds behind you.
Yeah. For some reason, my Discord won't let me stream the window without it being dumb. God, I've had a song stuck in my head all day.
Oh, I need to bring up my. There we go. I was having a talk moment, so I don't know what I'm clipping. Oh, good.
Good. What are you
You didn't clip
clipping?
it then. You didn't clip it. Good. You didn't clip it.
Oh, Jody doesn't have talk. You're not in the UK.
Call it a talk moment now, Burger.
Is that just an internet issue? Is it a talk moment?
Yeah, because it's one of our ISPs over here.
I know it is. I know what a talk moment is, James. I'm a member of the server. I follow the memes.
I'm just giving context to other people as well.
Oh, well, I mean, fine.
Because as a content creator, you have to kind of give context to whatever you're talking about.
I mean,
Meat babies.
Meat babies. Follow us on First Aid Spray, Face Spray Pod at Twitter.
Yeah. Please watch this VOD, and then you get to know about the meat baby conversation.
You'll see the clip.
Yeah, I mean, you could go back on the recording, Shoji, and just look there. I don't know how far we are into the stream right now, but figure out, man.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
You figure it out. We're about 52 minutes into stream.
That's what it shows you.
Talk moment, not region based. It is region based.
It's a state of being.
It is state of being.
Did you hear me get mad, or did you see me get mad at British Gas this week?
What happened? Would you get mad at British Gas for this week?
I'm having some real energy problems right now.
Like,
even though I've got everything off in my fucking house. And I specifically sat at my reader a few days ago to see how much it changed when I only had my fridge freezer on.
Yeah.
Like, it changed from 1 bar to 3 bars in that time, right? So I was using twice as much energy, right? And so I took a picture of it with a timestamp, and I said, British Gas are fucking thieves. And British Gas replied to me saying, it depends on how close, the smart reader isn't always accurate depending on how far away it is from your reader. I went, and he put at the end Bartek. I went, this smart reader has never been more than 2 feet away from the reader, Bartek, so it was a bit sus.
Right? It is a bit sus.
And I never got anything back from them.
Good. No, not good. Bad.
Not good. I wanted some kind of, it's getting ridiculous.
Recompense.
I'm using my PC for about 4. I'm trying to kind of restrict the way I use my PC now, to about 4 to 6 hours a day, if that, and I try and keep that down, right? And even then, I'm using 3 pounds of electricity a day, and it's that's too much. Too much for me. I'm just one person.
Just to engage with existing.
Exactly. I need my fucking PC for work. Yeah, it's getting so ridiculous now. I made it basically I made a silly tweet. It wasn't silly because I think we'll all agree here. But we have a sun that's capable of billions of years of energy. We have we have water flowing throughout the planet. We have wind that's constant. We have forms of sustainable energy.
We can't have those because we gotta hit the planet like a fucking juice box.
Right, yeah, and we got to also got to squeeze all these working class folks, out of everything
they're feeling really uppity right now, James.
Yeah, As a former imperialist, I understand.
You recovering imperialist.
Recovering imperialist, as all Brits are. Alright, I think I'm gonna wash this now. I put like 3 coats on this fucker.
That's funny. All right, I'm just I'm doing a. This is gonna be an interesting project for me. I'm trying some stuff here. We're getting brave. We're gonna do some layered work on this with some dry brushing.
Hey,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm gonna butt in a second here because I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell Shoji off. There's a word we don't allow on this channel,
What's
and
that?
that's the word lazy.
Yeah,
No
you
such
know.
thing as being lazy.
Yeah, it's just making terrible choices.
Nope,
It-
it's not that either.
what?
It's a whole manner of things why you don't have motivation to do things. So that word is disallowed. So
Okay.
said by the imperialist James.
Damn, James, I thought you were recovering.
No, sorry, I relapse every now and again.
James, no, James, I'm so disappointed. James,
I know.
why?
It's okay. It's okay. I'll get my ass handed to me by a few countries, and then I'll think about it.
And then I'll reconsider what I've.
Exactly. I should use sepia on this guy, shouldn't I?
I was about to. Yeah, that's a good freaking call.
Yeah. Well, I guess I can't tweet at the moment. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Yeah. Daddy
Well,
Elon has got you by the balls.
gotta get Daddy Elon is $15. It's already up from $8 this morning. It's funny. I
Okay,
was
fine. I'm not active enough to go back and clip the thing. I'm not supposed to clip.
when I
Okay.
was in Primal Night the other day. I was using the sound bar, the sound stuff, and somebody's like, "Yeah," there's a person who's like, "Yeah, God, that's so cool. You can do it. Oh, you have to be Nitro." And like I have them, I go through this whole like, he goes through this whole like rationalization. He's like, "Oh, I'm not spending $9 a month for Nitro," and then I just like do like a big fart noise. He goes,
Yeah.
"Fine,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go do the, I'll do the $9."
Oh,
Fine.
speaking of subscriptions, weird segue. Do you have Roll20 on a subscription?
No, I do not. Why?
Okay, I'm trying to test something because I think, annoyingly, I wanted to basically give people the choice of giving themselves light, like so they can change their light. You know, if you say that you picked up a torch, for instance, I wanted to
So
show people how that's
you have to
done.
be an account holder.
I think you might have to be like to use it in my games. It's okay, like you can use it in my games because I have it's my account that's using them. But I think to change it, you need to be an account holder, which is very frustrating. That's funny. That's really funny that this mini has more detail on it than the actual. Fuck's sake!
A dining.
What was I saying? I can't. What was I saying? Fuck. Shit. Oh yeah, this mini has more detail on it than the Kulu key art I have that's up in front of me right now. So here's one for you.
What's up?
All right. What do you think bird farts sound like? Because they
I don't
you know,
think they can.
pee
They don't have
shit.
sphincters. They think they just
Pee
pass.
shit and have sex through the same hole, right? So, like, do you think it's like a queef or do you think
No,
it's like a full blown fart?
I think it's neither. I think it literally. I think it just floats out.
You think it just floats out?
I think it just leaves. I think they pass gas through like they regulate their gas through some other mechanism that we don't have.
Okay.
Like,
Any gastrointestinal bird experts in chat who can tell us?
I do know a rock scientist, so she could probably ask the question.
Oh, that's what do you mean a rock scientist? She
My-
knows rocks.
My
Like
sister is a geologist.
that's not birds.
But they're a scientist.
That doesn't matter.
But movies will tell me that any scientist can answer any question.
Oh right, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that's valid.
Movie logic.
Scientist. Okay, fine. Okay, yeah, I've already read that. But yeah, you just to go back to it later on. When you find motivation, if you want to, but you don't need to if you don't want to. That's okay.
Right. Exactly.
Pressure.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, I am kind of sad, by the way, that the Kulu we have isn't holding an egg in its hand, but a rock.
Egg.
Egg.
Which is dumb because they have a Kulu in the Iceborne expansion that has an egg.
I've not played that, so I don't know. But
no, in the Kickstarter.
Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, you mean your sister is a ROC rock scientist?
Yeah,
they're an expert in the giant eagles of fantasy.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. My
the
sister,
guardians of the world,
the geophysicist.
All right, so what I want to know from your sister, right? Could I theoretically ascend up a rock's cloaca?
Okay. All right, give me a moment. I'll text.
Yeah.
I'm literally texting her right now.
Yeah. No worries. It's very important. This a lot is riding on this. Yeah, quality content today on the First Daysbury channel. It's good because Berger's is like laughing as they're typing it. Like it's... right. And also okay.
I'm actually going to ask her a different question because I think the other question I want to I like to try to frame these requests in ways that can I can almost frame as serious first.
Yeah.
So the amended question will be if a rock were to have an asshole / cloaca, would climbing into it be considered spelunking? Cave diving is what spelunking means.
I know. We spelunk.
I spelunk.
We were it's mostly the Welsh. We're known for their spelunking, but
the cliffs of Moor.
Mordor?
Yeah, the cliffs of Mordor. Mordors.
Oh,
Got him.
Fucking puppet show?
Yeah, fucking puppet show.
We're on the Black Cliffs of Mordor. Oh, let's go, Frodo.
By the way, James, if you ever watch a Dimension 20, you should watch Escape from the Bloodkeep.
Bloodkeep?
Yeah, it's on. It's that one's. You have my account for that, right?
I do, yeah.
Watch it because it's the Dimension 20 season that Matt Mercer's a player on.
Mm.
And the premise of it is it's Sauron's lieutenants, just after the ring gets thrown into Mordor, and the fallout that happens after that.
Okay. Are they playing the lieutenants?
They are, yes. but also it's not Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
For copyright purposes.
Definitely not Lord of the Rings.
Definitely not Lord of the Rings. It's not at all a reference to Lord of the Rings in any way.
Yeah, it's Horde of the Things. Yeah, I got it.
They go up to the scary mountain.
Okay, has your sister replied yet?
No, I'm waiting. I don't see her having replied.
Okay, she replied now?
Stop.
What about now?
No, she hasn't. She's not paying attention. She's doing
Jesus. I really need to know though. A lot relies on this.
I mean, I don't know, James. I'm sorry. We may not get an answer. And I will make sure that when and if and when, nay, then I get an answer.
Right.
From my beloved sibling.
Yeah.
We won't get it. We won't know.
We won't know.
We'll have no
What
idea.
do you mean?
We won't know.
But they're a scientist.
They are a scientist.
They should know immediately. That's what the movies told me. Like they should. You ask them a question and they know.
They immediately don't have to reference
No,
anything.
actually, they don't immediately know what to do. But then, like, you say something, and they go, "You're a genius,
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Too busy rocking out.
No, she's too busy rocking out. She
Uh.
looks. I wonder. She's probably on Steam playing a video game. If I had to guess, I'd say it's Baldur's Gate 3.
She's probably trying to fly away.
James, I swear to cow.
Hold for a clause.
Okay. Are you good? Are you done?
No.
All right. You want to keep going?
No, I'm not done.
All right.
How dare you?
Do you have more?
I don't care about your opinion.
Shut the flock up. What are you raving about? You have no idea how hard it was for me to avoid bird puns. That entire time, I was like, "Oh God, no bird puns, no bird puns, no bird puns."
Can't do it. Your will is weak
I didn't
to
do
the
bird
force
puns.
of bird puns.
I didn't do bird puns though, James. I didn't, James.
You did.
I didn't do that many bird puns though.
You did, but you did bird pun.
I did not bird pun. When did
You
I
did
bird pun?
pun.
What bird?
You
What?
bird pun.
What?
You know
what?
when you say the word bird pun so much, it sounds weird.
So it's funny. I went downstairs yesterday because I told May that we were about to make friends with spooky ghost people. And then it came back. They said, "So no, they were were ravens. They were were ravens. Were
Yeah.
ravens." Grovel.
But they were aware that they were werewavens.
They were aware that they were ravens. Yeah. Just like the werewolf.
We need to know the answer to the question. Gravel at her feet if you have to.
Choji, you clearly don't know me very well if you're gonna think I'm gonna grovel at my siblings' feet.
Gravel at her feet.
Wait, I don't get why gravel is a bird pun.
It's not, it's a rock pun.
Oh, fuck. Damn,
This is a
Choji
great
is like
stream. I'm enjoying myself today. Holy shit.
Choji is Choji over here like ascending to the next level of meme right now. It's like I would pass bird puns. What's next? Rock puns. Let's go. Not even gonna mention it. Just gonna work it in.
Choji's funny though.
Choji is funny.
Roll time. Can you send a tweet yet?
Can you send it? Yeah, we need updates on Real Time's tweet situation.
Yeah. Because I need to know how, I need to know, well, I need to see your cats, so.
I mean,
like
Real Time can also
there.
join the Discord server and post their
Roll
cats.
time is in the Discord server.
Real Time, why aren't you just posting your cats in the Discord
Because
server?
how else is Roll time supposed to get engagement from other cat people?
Post it on
With
Reddit?
the internet. Could do that. You don't know. Maybe they do.
Maybe they do. Real Time, do you post your cat pics on the internet?
See that. What's this song? I think it's Bloodborne.
I do like Bloodborne.
Oh, it's Hunt is coming from Witcher Wild Hunt.
I want to play Bloodborne with James someday.
Well, when we finally get that Bloodborne PC, maybe we'll get multiplayer.
Maybe we'll get multiplayer.
I promised myself, after playing it with Steve, I promised myself the only other time I would play Bloodborne is when it came out on PC.
Dang.
Because man has that game. It's a great game. It is one of my greatest games of all time. But it needs 60 frames.
Yeah, it's just not ideal to play outside of that.
It's like when I went back to play Assassin's Creed 1 on the PlayStation
3? Yeah.
Like, oh my god. It's like 20, 25 frames. It's absolutely
It's
awful.
so slow. Yeah.
I am so surprised. You know, I was so surprised by it because, I mean, I played that game to death when it first came out, right? On the PlayStation 3. And yeah, and then when I went back to it, I was like, oh, I can't play this game anymore because it actually gives me a
It
headache.
gives me headaches. Yeah. It just everything. The motion blur is terrible. Like.
No wonder I got fucking fucky eyes, you know? It's because of
No.
that game.
Not just because of that game. I would go so far as to imagine.
Hey,
Yeah. Yeah,
let me
James.
blame the rich, okay?
You can blame the rich. I'm just saying, blame them for the right shit.
Nah. Nah.
That's how you solve society's problems. You blame the rich for the right problems.
Yeah, how's that going for us?
Not very well, James.
It's time to stop burning buildings.
So, yeah, it is. It's time to start burning buildings down.
Yeah. It's weird, you know, because like the bottom half of this Kulu, you're not going to actually get to see.
No.
They've actually put detail on it.
Right. I mean, not much. Like, it's very clear that you're not supposed to see the bottom of that Kulu when it's done. I am the Eggman. You are the Eggman. I am the walrus. Kulu.
That's the song, right? That's the
That's the
backing
exact.
scenes?
That's the
That's what
exact
they
chorus
do.
to a very famous song
Yeah.
by the Beatles. As
Oh,
sung by Bono from U2.
Oh god, that one flew over your head, Berg. I've only just noticed that.
What's that? We need to know.
Should have said that flew over your head.
It did. God damn it, Troji. Eris messaged me.
Who is?
My friend Eris.
Oh. Not interested. Sister or no? No, sister or bust. We need to know. So, your sister, does she specialize in a certain?
Volcanology. Yeah, she does electromagnetic readings through volcanoes.
Yo, that's fucking cool. That's like reading, you know, like the skin of the planet.
Yeah.
Like this is so cool. I fucking love volcanoes. It took you long enough to know she's living under a rock or saying, God damn it, Shoji!
You know what? The stream's over. Just pack it in. Pack it in right now.
But we got 53 minutes left.
I don't care. You know what? I'm mad right now. No, pack it in. We're done. We're done here. I'm only kidding.
I wanted you to slam your headphones down. Volcanology, study of Star Trek races. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Shoji.
Now we're getting ridiculous.
Okay, now we're getting racist. Okay, it's towards a fictional race, but still, races. Here's another thought by Imperialist James. No, it's about the Way of Kings.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good book.
So I was getting really invested. They just Kaladin's troop, the Fourth Bridge, went deep into some caverns to pick up like bits and pieces and like and bring them back. And they saw Parshendi and like the armor is like grafted to them and stuff.
Yeah. It's dope.
And then it switched to and they had like a little spat. Like that stuff I'm getting kind of bored of with Kaladin.
Well, Kaladin's just upset and being sad.
But no, I'm getting annoyed with everybody else being pissed at him. It's getting annoying and frustrating because everybody's clearly, he's clearly got everybody's best.
Oh, they turned that around. Like that's fine. Don't worry about
But
that.
he's like done so much. Yeah, but that kind of it's not a huge deal. But then we went to what's his name? Dalamar.
Dalinar Kholin.
Dalinar Kholin. Went to him, and he has like that a really cool vision of these like void creatures attacking a family, and he was in the mind of another.
Yeah,
And
with the
then,
as a Knight Radiant.
huh?
It's like a vision of the Knights Radiant.
Oh yeah. And then the other shard bearers come flying down if they were shard bearers.
Right.
And they were like no. And then I learned that they were now in present day in the book they're seen as betrayers.
Yep.
Which I don't know why that is. So I'm guessing I'll learn that.
Yes, potentially, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just trying to be cool here.
And then I got to this scene where at this point I was very invested. I was like, this is really cool, long-reaching world-building stuff that I really like. And then it's switched scenes to him in the present day. There was like a storm, and he got through that. And then they had like there was this big scene where basically there's like an information lord now or whatever the fuck of that
High Prince of something.
Thaddeus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, him, dickhead McGee. He like. You know, and Dalinar. I don't know why. I really like him, so I don't know why I can't remember his name. But yeah, he is told in this vision that Thaddeus should be trusted, but like Thaddeus is doing everything in his. It's like he seems to be doing everything to not be
with an S.
Huh?
It's Sadius with an S.
Sadius?
Yeah.
That's not how they're pronouncing it in the book.
That's literally how they pronounce it in the book.
All right, well, that's not what I was hearing. But Sadius, then. Wow, fucking Sadius, all right.
It starts with an S.
But yeah, Sadius, he's been made into an information lord or whatever that is, because Dalinar is not...
The High Prince of War.
Yeah, and like he is not to be trusted, quote, because again, I know there's more things that I'm not being... more information is being told, which is again that's another frustration of mine because there's so much information and being said and not being said at the same time. So then we skip and he has this moment where he tells all these laborers and he's on like he's on like a chasm. He's asking everybody to basically join him in a hunt for the Parshendi or whatever to fight back on the Stormlands. Is it called the Stormlands?
Yes, the Shattered Plains.
Shattered Plains, that's the one, yeah. And and he has this moment where he tells all his like laborers to basically fuck off, and he is building a latrine, and he goes fucking buck wild into this hole.
As a shard bearer, yeah.
Yeah, and he like builds this latrine, and he thinks he's only been there for like half an hour, 45 minutes, but he's been there for hours.
Yeah.
Instead. Yeah, and then like it gets to this point, like you get to the end of there, and he speaks to this really cool mechanic where. Somebody basically talks through like a scribe.
A span reeb. Yeah.
Yeah, and like they communicate that way, which I thought was really cool. And they learned something during that. And it seems like is it his daughter?
Which character?
That he speaks to that's overseas?
Yasna?
I think so.
It's his niece.
Oh, okay, that makes
sense.
The
one that's hanging out with Shallan?
I don't know. Those names are not meaning anything to me right now.
Shallan is the redhead who is plotting to...
She's the Arcanist or something? Right, earlier in the book?
She's the redhead who is working with... She's trying to become somebody's ward.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, that would be the person that you're talking about. Yasna.
Oh, that's Yasna. Okay.
That's Yasna. And that is Dalinar's
niece. Okay,
niece.
That's good to know because I can make that connection. Something is revealed at that point, and I bloody can't remember what it is now, so I'll probably have to go back because I think it was pretty important.
The Voidbringers. What the Voidbringers looked like, and there's a picture of a chasm fiend.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. Yeah. And I was like, whoa! But then it lost me because immediately there are two short stories or short sections.
And then it goes into part 2.
The first section is of seemingly a trading family meeting another trading family, and it seems to be in the point of view of a spoiled little child.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Risen.
they say again.
Risen.
Risen. Okay, cool.
She's a what do they call them? The Thalen girl.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And is this the one where they go visit the island, the place where the island are the gods?
No, they're just like meeting to talk about trading metals, and basically the dad, the head trader, says, teaches Risen a lesson by saying you should never, because she questions him, says, why are you downplaying your goods? And he says, because you can never lie to these people. If you lie to them, they'll know,
Right.
and they'll never trade
Never
with you
trade
again.
with you again.
And he's known as like the head person who can trade with these people.
So Vistim is her Bapsk, which is her. It's like she's an intern. And she's like so the way that their internships work is it's generally like indentured servitude.
Got you.
So she is like obligated. She's basically she's a ward of Vistim.
Got you. Right, that makes sense. But then the chapter changes to someone called. Let me remember, because I remember his name being really cool.
Axes the Collector.
Axes, who says he's a Voidbringer.
Well, he is being facetious.
Is he?
Kind of. So Axes the
Okay.
Collector. You also get the implication that he is not human.
Oh yeah, because he says he's been around for a very long time. I
Yeah.
haven't got to the end of that chapter yet, but
Sure.
yeah,
So those are vignettes.
okay.
So the way that the book is structured, you just because I imagine that you got to the end of that chapter, and it's like the end of part 1, interlude 1.
It does say interlude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's like 3 of those. What's really cool is that between each part, like Sylphrena has one at one point.
Oh. Okay. Cool. I'm interested in that one.
Like, and so the Risen has some more. Like, there's one between Risen. Zeth gets like, so there's just that's like what's happening between part 1 and then part 2 will pick up and time will have passed.
Okay.
Okay. And then time, like part 2 is, I don't know how far ahead part 2 is, but the implication is like when you start reading part 2, it'll be sometime in the future.
Got you. Okay. Right. But yeah, so I'm really interested in this Axes guy. And who the fuck they are. Yeah, but I'm bad right now. I've still got about 20 hours of the book to go through, but
Good. I'm glad you're hanging in there. Like I really am.
yeah.
It's my
We'll get
favorite
there.
series.
Again, I've said this before, but I will probably, after reading it, have to read it again. But yeah, it really gripped me at the Dalinar points. I was really interested to hear about him. His like blood thrill, I think he said.
The thrill.
The thrill, like he was talking about that, and like he saw it in his son, and he started worrying for a bit, but then oh shit, I just put my hands all over that.
Oh, because his son is Adolin.
Yeah,
Adolin, who's
sons, right?
Here's a fun fact: is and this is like a little meta commentary. Is Adolin is one of the original inspirations for Edrin.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
All right, nice.
Adolin is just a bro.
I can see that. I can see that.
Who uses a big heavy sword, and it's one of the, I love the Kolins are some of my favorite characters in that one. Dalinar Kholin is probably my favorite fictional character.
Okay, I out of all of them right now, out of all the characters, yeah, Dalinar is my favorite at the moment because he's had something that you don't see in books or stories that often, and that is he's gone through his life already before the book has already began.
Yeah,
like his progression has already happened, and you're learning about his life as you go through.
So here's a really cool thing about that too, is like, so you know how the it'll flash back to chapters of Kaladin years ago, like as a kid, or
yeah.
So
with his mum and stuff.
Every main character has a book where they do that, where they kind of explain where that character ended up at the start of the series.
Okay.
And how profound that is for them as people.
Hmm.
So like the second book is second one is Words of Radiance. Yeah, so Words of Radiance that's Shallan's book, right? That's where you see what Shallan was doing before she ran into Yasna. The third book,
Sorry. Remind me who Shallan is again?
Shallan is the redhead, the
Oh,
drawing
right.
one,
Yep.
the one who draws.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, so, and then the third book is Dalinar's, like his perspective from like where
Oh,
what
really?
his. Oh my goodness, James, it's so good.
Because I
Oathbreaker
would say,
is probably my favorite book.
because the Way of Kings, like right now, right? I think it's pretty clear that, like, from where I am in the book right now, the main characters are Kaladin and Dalinar. Like, to me, like they feel like the main characters.
So
I imagine that's probably going to change at some point.
it's really kind of an ensemble, because there's going to be so in part 2, likely you'll notice that there's going to be fewer Kaladin chapters.
Okay.
There'll probably be fewer chapters from other people. Like it'll tell you who will have chapters in that part, because like the guy will get part 2, Kaladin, Dalinar, Shallan, Zeth.
Yeah.
So it's likely you can just go back and check that if you'd like to, but it's an ensemble, like main characters. There's a really cool part in never mind. I'm not gonna talk about it. It's just
No, that's fair. It really, the Caladan parts I'm not super interested in at the moment, other than when they found the Pershendi bodies at the bottom of the chasm.
Yeah, it's just Kaladin being sad. Wait until he gets powers.
Though he did that like really cool thing where he, someone basically tried to call his bluff on him being a military man or a lord or a light lord,
A light eyes,
a potential shard bearer at one point, and he just went into kind of automatic guard mode and picked up a spear and did like some swirly things, and everybody just like lost their minds because of it. And I remember, by the way, Rock is also a favorite character of mine.
Oh, I love Rock. He is a hard favorite.
Yeah, he's so
Ha!
cool.
Airsick Lowlander.
Yeah. What is this Lowlander nonsense? Like, it's so funny every time they do something.
Too much air.
yeah. It's very funny every time. But yeah, it was one of my favorite bits about that section was I think, oh god, what's his name? He sounds like a tuft of grass. Was it Taft?
Teft, the sergeant.
Teft?
The older fellow. Yeah.
He says, if you want to get everybody on your side, you just need to show them what you just did.
Right.
And he's like, no, I don't. That's not how.
That's not me. I'm not about that life anymore.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want them to learn that I can fight, because then they will respect me through fear. I think what was going through his head, right? Rather than, because I think it was moments before that you were given a like a flashback of him as a healer and his mother as a healer.
Yeah, learning
and
as a doctor.
And how much he like, how much he learned through healing. Yeah. Still, Sif, is it Sif or Self?
Silfrena.
Sil, yeah. She's getting interesting.
Thank you, Choji. It is a hard favorite.
God damn it, Shoji, we're past it.
Fuck.
We're past it now, Shoji.
We're over it. This is so over.
So over now. We're talking about book. In before Shoji says, all right, I'll leave then. Wait for it. Called out. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it now that it's actually there's some meat there for me to listen to, and that's nice, because when I first started the book, there was a lot of cool stuff happening, but I could not make any links.
Yeah.
shit, did it?
So what's his face? That author has this real thing where you're gonna get to like, there's gonna be a point where you're just not gonna like stop listening.
Okay, cool.
It's just gonna be so fucking cool. There's gonna be a moment where you're like, oh fuck, what's gonna happen? How can this? Oh my god! And then that's every single book, like the cinematic climax at the end of like, God, they're all so good. Choji, you've read Stormlight, right? Why aren't you participating in this conversation?
Because too busy trying to make more fucking rock puns.
Valid though.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you also make rock puns?
I mean, I did. Yeah.
I also made rock puns. It was fun. I'm glad we had that moment and that time.
Don't think I have. Oh.
Oh shit, you definitely should. They're like definitely worth your Audible credit every month. The first one's like 48 hours long, and they get longer from there.
Oh god, do they?
Yeah, but they get easier to listen to.
So, without spoilers,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
What would you compare this book to books you know I've kind of read, or like all the aspects of this book that's similar to other books?
Dune.
Okay.
Like in terms of epicness, like in terms of the scope of the conflict, which, like what's really cool about the Cosmere too is like if you get into his writing and you like all of his books, like for the most part, like Stephen King, take place in a shared universe.
Yeah.
And you read other Cosmere stuff, and it like pieces together things that are like, oh cool, like you. Have you done the interlude where there's the character who's the fisherman?
Don't think so.
Okay. So there's an interlude without spoilers where you're going to be a fisherman where he sees some characters that are from another book that are world hopping, and then so like
Okay.
as the Stormlight Archive is like the Nexus product, right? So as you read more of the generational like conflict pops out in a fascinating, fun, and ultimately fucking awesome way.
Way of Kings, by the way, Shoji.
Way of
It's the first
Kings,
book.
the first one.
Nice. I am excited. As soon as I finish the first book, though, like I am gonna want to buy it, like get the second one, but I don't have an Audible credit right now.
I mean,
So I might.
you've got 20 hours left, James. You're fine.
I know, but I might bully my mum and use her Amazon Prime
To
They're
get
gonna
to get
use-
the book.
to get. Yeah, I don't know if she uses Audible. I know she uses Kindle. Kindle a lot.
Oh, this worked out much better than I thought it would. Look at this. He actually does look kind of glistening in the right color. This is oh my goodness. This is going to be so exciting for when we do the Toby K. What's after this one? The Puke, right?
Puke, yeah.
Yeah, I might try this same technique on the Puke as well. I probably should have primed that one with this one, but hey, whatever.
Wait, what have you done?
So I have a medium that's like a metallic medium. It doesn't photograph very well, but it just kind of gives the scales this like kind of, it's like a clear metallic, but it's giving them the scales this shimmer effect.
Okay. Add it to the wish list for future grabbing. Excellent. Then we can all talk about it. Oh. I think, speaking of sisters, I think my sister has had enough with her workplace.
Oh, her tool station.
Yeah.
What's wrong with tool station? They working her on Sundays because we haven't seen Zoe in a while. We haven't seen Zozo in a bit. I thought so. She was
And
thinking she doesn't like us anymore.
I no. I mean, she just finished work. Well, she finished work at 5 o'clock, and she started at 8 a.m. this morning.
That's a long day.
And she's doing that all the time.
Oh.
Yesterday, she did 6:45 to 6:15.
That's 12 hours. That is so much time.
I worry about her.
Me too. Love you, Zozo. Can't wait to meet you. Come to the UK and
If anything happens to my fucking sister, I am going to go down to that hardware store with a hammer.
And what are you gonna do with that hammer? Hammer and some heads.
No, just the place.
Just take the hammer to the venue.
Yeah,
Good, James. Good.
because it isn't the employee's fault. It's the plate. It's the establishment.
Exactly.
They fucking they don't know how to train their managers. They tell the managers. My sister hasn't been trained to be a manager, but she is one, and she keeps asking to be trained, and then she gets blamed because she isn't doing managerial jobs.
But yeah.
Right.
So train me.
Right, and she keeps saying that, but they just keep ignoring her, and then just keep gaslighting her, and fucking hate that shit. They've just got and I've said it before, but they have that kind of mentality of we're a family, we should, you should look out for each other. Fuck off. I'm here to get money. That's it. I'm not here to make friends. Friends are just a plus.
My cat is so pretty. Okay. All right. I'm looking at my Kulu.
Q. Q.
All right. I did in the last few minutes did get lunch delivered to me. So, with that dry brush done, I am going to end the stream there and go eat my nom noms. Which we can still do. And again, James and I are going to be in the Discord. We're going to be watching a program, which you are welcome to join us for. Thank you to Choji, and thank you to Roll Time for joining us in chat today. Next week we'll probably finish up this Kulu. There's not kidding when I say there's not a whole lot to this model. And I actually, between that week and this week, I think I can manage to pad this out to finish it in 2 hours next week. At which point, James will yell at me.
Why were you yelling?
I don't know. Just figuring out.
Do you want me to yell at you? I would.
Maybe I'm into it, James. Maybe I'd be into it.
I can yell at you if you want me to. I can do that.
But yeah. Thank you to everybody. I love you all. See you next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Oh, dang it. I gotta